Now, whatever you're hearing on the news recently regarding the UAPs and the UFO hearing on the courts in America, don't take that thing lightly. Recently, this is the second hearing that they held in the courts in USA, and they did their first hearing last year during the same time. And this is not something, believe me, this is not something you want to take lightly. So, this is happening at a time right now. Currently, we are living in times where everything seems to be happening at the same time. Russia Ukraine war is on. The Israel Palestine conflict is at like at the worst, and the entire world seems to be like there's so much of fear mongering when it comes to whether a World War III might happen. And there is also the climate crisis. There is also the economy, the horrible economy that we are living right now. And to put a cherry on top of all that horror, we now are hearing news about UAPs and UFOs and these whistleblowers. These people, this is not some. Now, what happens? This is how the collective human psychology works. When a lot is happening, we are right now very distracted. And it is very easy for us to UFOs. We have been hearing those things for years now, which is true. We have been hearing about these UFO conspiracy theories for years, and what has happened to our collective human psychology is that we are now, we will reject. It's like that. You know how the story goes where there's that village idiot who would call the entire villagers. Oh, look, there's a tiger, and the tiger is eating all the cattle, and the villagers would rush. And where is the tiger? And the village idiot would say like, haha, I was just joking. And then he would do the same joke for like 10 times, and for the 11th time, when the tiger is actually eating the cattle, then the villagers will not react to his calling to the, like, the idiot. When he comes and asks for help and tries to raise awareness, the people will simply ignore him, because obviously, like, it's not the fault of the people. This village idiot has been tricking and trying to trick these idiots, these villagers, for years now. What happens when the situation actually unfolds, when the situation actually happens, when the tiger actually comes to eat the cattle? Nobody cares, because people have been duped and tricked and clickbaited for many years. But trust me, guys, this is actually happening for the first time. Because, see, what are the facts? These are real ex military personnel or ex people working very closely with secretive organizations in the USA that has God knows what kind of technology or what kind of stuff they know. These are highly secretive organizations that the citizens of America are themselves not aware about. So leave the rest of the world alone. Like, nobody is going to be knowing what happens in, for example, in Area 51. Nobody knows what goes on over there. But for the first time, do you realize the severity and the importance of what is going on in that whole situation? They are holding these are what I don't know the exact terminologies. These are like Congress people, or what they call in USA. But basically, those are like the highest, most authoritative courts in America, that is holding hearing, and that is listening. And these panel of judges or something, but they are listening to the panel of whistleblowers. They're calling themselves whistleblowers because that is what they're doing. They're blowing the whistle on secretive uh, technology. So now let's not ignore the facts. What are the facts? They have multiple times told these congressmen or women that these technologies are of non-human origin. Like, do you realize the significance of that term, non-human? Dude, it's not originated from humans. So if it's from technology from non-human origin, what does that mean? it means that it's not us, it's another species. At least it doesn't matter if it's from Earth or it's alien, or it doesn't matter. The fact that it's non-human, it's like the biggest deal of history. Like this is history happening right now. Now we have to be like not get ahead of ourselves, but all I'm saying that we have to take this thing seriously, because this is like, what is more serious than this? This is something that we have been watching in science fiction movies. This is happening. People, if you are a little bit observant, you will notice that we are living at times where science fiction, whatever science fiction was imagining, that is happening in real time. Like, so what happens with humans is that see, whenever something new happens in the world, it takes time. So people this is the reason why nobody takes climate change seriously. People have this mentality, general mentality, that we have been hearing about the end of the world and climate destruction and climate extinction for the last 10 years, but nothing has happened. We're still alive. Bro, nothing is, it's not true that nothing has happened. Things are slowly creeping in. It is gradually happening. That is why you're missing it. See, I'll give you a few examples of where these things apply. Did you recently check the YouTube, what is it called? The progress bar on any YouTube video. If you check, it is slowly turning pink. Now, people in my life, I have people in my life who I actually didn't even notice it, but somebody in my life told me that, there is this conspiracy theory right now that YouTube progress bar is turning pink. So I'm like, okay, fine, who cares? Like, because I have like better, that's not interesting to me. Like, I have better things to ponder upon or think about. But the thing is, so because that person told me, I checked that. And YouTube, by the way, so this is what that person made a mistake about. It's not that it's not a conspiracy theory, first of all, because YouTube has actually announced it on its Twitter page, I believe, or some official handle where YouTube, one of it, Google's official account, has made a tweet or something. So it's not a conspiracy theory because the company has actually claimed that they're doing it. They have made some claim that they're testing a new color palette to see whether audience, how the audience reacts or something there, whether whether we're gonna like it or not. So my point is, why I took this example is to explain a point. See, YouTube didn't turn pink all of a sudden. You didn't wake up today and saw, oh my god, YouTube was red and today it's pink. No. What companies and what large organizations, what they do is, they will make you used to something. How will they do that? They will do it gradually. They will slowly shift the color palette from red, slowly, so slowly that you will even forget that it. For example, do you know that the moon moves, right? So imagine it's night time and this is the moon. The moon is moving, but the moon is moving so slowly, for us at least, apparent from our point of view. It's moving so slowly that we even miss the fact that it's moving. The earth is always rotating, right? But the earth is rotating so slowly, again, for our point of view, is rotating so slowly that we forget that the earth is rotating. We are all aging. Right now that I'm making this video, I am aging. I am moving slowly closer to my death all the time, just like you, everyone else. We are always slowly creeping in towards our own death. Our own mortality is real, but we forget that because it's so slow. It's a gradual process. In the universe, everything is slow, and so slow and gradual that it is very, very easy for us to ignore it. It's like, climate change is not happening. Climate change is not real. Aliens are not real. UFOs are not real. The earth is flat. It's like, you have to be observant. You have to concentrate. That's why people who understand deep stuff and deep things, they're the meditators. They're people who are, we call the gurus and the sages, the sadhu babas. Oh Baba, tell me, you are so wise. Tell me what is happening in the world. What I want some advice. Oh Mr. Monk, you are so wise. Please tell me what is happening. Why do you think those people are wise? Because they just make a little bit of effort to look into things. They make a little bit of effort to observe into the reality of things. Versus most people are like distracted. They don't know what is happening because they're distracted. They don't make a little bit of effort to even check on like what is happening. So all I'm saying is the UFO thing, the UFO hearing that you have been hearing on the news recently. Don't take it lightly. It's not something that you want to trust me. You don't want to take it lightly. It is the biggest event that is happening when it comes to like like AI, right? People think like AI is big. This is even bigger than AI. It's just that they are slow, and I'll tell you what is actually happening. These secretive organizations in America or whatnot, they know a lot of stuff. See, we as ordinary people, we don't know a lot of things that is happening secretly, um, uh, under the supervision of extremely powerful people. Okay, but the thing is, why do you think they're suddenly making these congressional hearings or these public hearings on the in the courts in America? There, see, whenever you see, have you heard this term? Whenever you see something on the news, you can be assured that it's already too late. What that means is, if you're seeing something on the news, something like on YouTube, you don't have to even go into deep web. And people used to look at these things when hackers used to. Did you watch those videos where hackers used to um, hack into the secret government files and pull out some documents and read about technologies like how they will control the human mind, technologies about extraterrestrial life forms, and their those documents? People used to just ignore those people because there was no substantial evidence, or there was no proof that those people, whatever they were saying, they used to get ignored as and labeled as madmen and conspiracy theorists. See how dirty our human psychology is. Whenever we don't understand something, we just label them as mad or conspiracy theorist. Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. No, bro, he's talking about something that hasn't been proven. But just because, let's say a murder has happened and you have suspicions. Now, obviously, we cannot, and it is not right to put them in jail based on suspicion. But suspicion is suspicion, right? We cannot ignore suspicion. If we ignore suspicion, then all a lot of horrible things will happen, and you will keep on ignoring your whole life, and then at the end of your life, you'll realize, oh my god, everything is completely effed up. What I'm trying to say is simply that don't take these UFO hearings lightly. This is probably, now again, I cannot be 100% sure, right? Because this is, again, I don't have any substantial evidence, I don't have any proof. I'm just a conspiracy theorist. I'm don't like I'm an idiot conspiracy theorist. This is just a conspiracy theorist talking. But anyways, um, just all I'm saying is don't keep your eyes and ears open and give some attention to these news instead of wasting your time on Instagram scrolling and watching some brain rot content of some random memes of, like, today if you open Instagram or TikTok, like, oh my god, like you can tell like how these powerful organizations, like, why wouldn't I salute these powerful organizations for successfully controlling the minds of the young idiots, because you deserve it. If you waste your time throughout the day on watching videos on Instagram, scrolling Instagram and TikTok, then you deserve to be eaten alive by aliens and all those non-human what do you call them, non-human technology should be used to exploit you. I mean, anyways, that's just my frustration about the whole world today. But all I'm saying is, yeah, keep your eyes and ears open, because this is not a joke, guys. I'm telling you, this is serious stuff, because they're doing it for the second time. Um they're slowly revealing what's up, basically, and a lot of stuff is up. You don't know about it because you're lost in your TikTok feed and your Instagram feed. So while you're lost in your TikTok feed, a lot of TikTok is going around all over the world. you will miss it. So be vigilant is all I'm saying. All right, take care, guys.